Hello. It's Stephanie here, and I am back with the Every Damn Day. It's day 54, and it's the fifth of my mindset shifts, which have changed my life and grown my business massively. And today is another tribute to Brooke Castillo, who's just a master life coach and inspirational woman. I absolutely adore her and her podcast. And so dive in at the Life Coach School if you really love the sound of this. Now, the idea is I did it for you. So every step, the reason why we make plans and then we don't always commit, and that is the challenge of life. If we knew that whatever goal that we set, that we would deliver and take the actions we needed to take and get there would be no challenge to life. In a way, there would be no dreams, because the things we dream of are not the easy things, like getting a job that's easy to get, or doing something that's easy to do. What we dream of are the things that take effort. And when that effort is required, that gives us satisfaction if we're able to make the goals, take the effort, achieve the results. But what gets in the way is that the part of your brain that plans this amazing life for you, that says, right, I am going to make this business work. I'm going to make 10 sales calls a day. I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, is the same person that when you're confronted on the day when you sit down to make your 10 sales calls and you pick up the phone and everything in your being is saying, do not do this to me. This is scary. I don't want to do this. And that's a very powerful part of your brain. You have to train that toddler brain, sometimes known as the chimp brain. You have to train that part of your brain. And many of us are not consciously training our brains to deliver on our plans. So a great concept that Brooke introduced me to is the I did it for you. So you sit there terrified about making these sales calls and thinking maybe you can do it tomorrow or the next day or the day after that. And you pick up your phone and you do it, and you put your phone down and you say, I did it for you. And then you pick up the phone again, and maybe the phone call goes terribly. The person says, I don't know why you're doing this. I think it's immoral or illegal or just totally wrong. And you feel terrible. And you say to yourself, I did it for you. And eventually a call happens or a viewing happens, and an agent is happy to work with you, and you get your first property, and it starts making profit. And you say to yourself, I did it for you. Because the thing, when we allow our dreams to be hijacked by the toddler brain or the chimp brain, we are giving up on our future selves. So when you're saying I did it for you, another concept that's really I love to think about is talking to my future self, or my future self looking back and talking to me and saying, oh, thank you, Stephanie. I'm so glad that you did that. I'm so glad that you promoted your business, stepped outside your comfort zone, started doing Facebook ads. I'm so glad that you were ambitious, and that you tried your hardest, and that you carried on even when you were afraid. And I love that. What do you think of that, thinking about your future self? It maybe sounds a bit woo-woo, does it? But I find the other way good as well, since I got introduced to this, is speaking from my now self and thanking my past self. So my past self, obviously there were so many past selves, but I have a past self who was 19 and had a baby on her own, on benefits, really struggling, but she still decided, and I so admire her for this, when she still decided to go to the Open University and do correspondence courses, because she missed out on going to university because she got pregnant at college. And she did this correspondence course, and it was actually correspondence in those days. It wasn't online. It was, you got your information in the post, and then you did your essays and so on, and you posted them back. But it was I love that she did that. And about 10 years ago, I was hugely heavily overweight. And I when I look back, I thank my past self for making the effort and looking into it and beginning to eat right, even though it was so challenging, and beginning to exercise, even though, again, it was so challenging, and for making those changes. And so I think both of these ideas help us when we feel afraid or challenged and we have dreams. I know that a lot of my friends have businesses or have dreams that are bigger than where we are now, that we have to change as a person to hit those goals. And I think thinking of your future self and loving your future self and saying, I'm doing it for you, I'm doing it for you, because what are we prepared to do for ourselves that allows us to reach our future goals? And that's the thought I will leave you with, and that's the thought of why I love this idea, and also Brooke Castillo. So do check out her podcast if this is of interest to you and you have some bigger goals that are scaring you, because I think they'll really help. Okay, that is it for today. As I always say, I would love to know the mindset shifts that have really helped you in your life or your business. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.